Hey guys, Holger Heap here. Just finishing up my final assignment for our Counseling 625 class for spring of 2019. Some of y'all might know me, some of y'all might not. Um, this has been a fun ride, to say the least. It's been, equally as educational as insightful, and it's been a good trip. So y'all are in for a treat for the next couple of weeks or several weeks. Um, as far as the most meaningful thing found about this class is that you get a safe place to really express yourself, um, you know not be judged, to be able to really kind of speak your mind and explore your thoughts and feelings without having to be feel like you're being judged, or without having to offend a family member or a friend or something like that. You can just kind of have a place where you and your classmates can bond over being uncomfortable, which is a theme that you'll go throughout the semester, but not in a bad way. Um, and that's meaningful to me just because you don't get that a lot now. You have, whether it be with a group of friends or with family or with classmates, um, you may not be in a situation where you feel like you could feel or think the way you want to. Um, so it means a lot to be able to have a place where you're not going to have to worry about things like that. Um, what's it going to take to be successful? It's going to take hard work, determination, and it's going to take time. This is a very content related heavy course, so be prepared to put the amount of time in needed. Don't sell yourself short by not taking advantage of all the stuff that you get to read while taking this class. Um, you know, the online nature is the same way. Uh, if you skip something, you're going to miss something. So I would encourage you to try not to. Um, biggest challenge is I wouldn't be too hard on yourself. Um, it's going to be very easy to, you know, kind of be mad at yourself for things that you've thought or things like that in the past, or things that you've done. Don't be hard on yourself. Like, understand that you are taking the steps to become a more fulfilling, better person. Um, and I would challenge you to just take the class, plunge right in. Don't be scared. I know that this is an impossible challenge to ask you to complete, but because you know, I was scared to death when we started, and I'm not scared anymore, and I'm not scared for y'all because I know that y'all are gonna rock this. So I do have like four little points that I jotted down before I got Dr. Marino's list of questions. So like I wanted to include this in the video anyway. It's gonna put me over time, but yeah, I'm not worried about it. Um, first kind of note that I have is y'all are X years old, probably 23, 24. Some of you might be 36 like myself. Some of y'all might be a little bit older. Some might be in the middle. The point of this is y'all been around on this earth for a lot longer than the 16 or 8 weeks that this class is going to take. So don't expect yourself to change so many years full of development in 16 weeks, but understand that you could prepare yourself for future change by taking advantage of this class. Um, second point is be open. Take in everything. There are going to be times where your jaw's going to drop. There's going to be times you want to cry. There's going to be times where you want to slap somebody. You're going to have all these different emotions and feelings. Take them in, process them. Talk with your friends, post about it on Moodle. You know, just during the check-ins and check-outs for class, like don't hold back. Like these people are here to be on this journey with you. Take advantage of them. Your classmates and Dr. Marino or whoever's teaching the class is like the best resource you have right now outside. It's fantastic. Um, third point is don't expect to change other people, but really try to make them think. Uh, you can't force somebody to adopt your ways, and I would never ask you to do that. But I would ask you, if your friend or family member or something makes a statement that makes you uncomfortable, reflect it back to them and make them think about what they just said. Uh, I'm not saying you need to try and tell them what to think or tell them how to act, but just, repeat it to them. And then, we talk about different phases, stuff like that. Eventually, one day you might want to take a stand and do that. Um, but after 16 weeks of a class, I think that's a big ask. Uh, so I would never expect that. And you know, I was hard on myself at the beginning because I read about stuff in the books, but I was like, as the class went on, I was like, wait a second, I can't expect myself to be a agent of change quite yet, but I could definitely prepare myself to be for one in the future. Um, and that kind of goes to point number 4. Like, don't be too hard on yourself. Like, take in what you're ready for and do what you're ready to do. Don't push yourself to the point of exhaustion. Don't, you know, hate yourself for saying something to somebody when you're in 3rd grade that you regret. You know, understand that what we did, we can't change those things, but we can change how we think. We can change what we do now to hopefully be a more, well-rounded person, a better person, for lack of a better term, in the future. So, look, this class is fun. This class has a lot of insightful information. It's gonna feel a little overwhelming at times, but I mean, I can't describe it from day one to now. You know, it's leaps and bounds. And I'm not saying that I've had a drastic change, but I will tell you that I think about things that I've never thought about before. And I think that is one of the biggest things you can get from this class, is that your mind is going to be open to suggestions and thoughts that you never previously would have had. So thank you all for listening. I know I went over time, Dr. Marino. My apologies. But if y'all ever see me around, tell me hi. Love to help you out. If y'all do know me, you probably know to avoid me anyway. All right, I'm out.